I love that intro.
Yeah.
The one chick with the thumbs up, like,
Well, because I tend to be a thumbs up kind of gal. It's either like a thumbs up or a piece. If we're close, that's what you're getting from me. So yeah.
Are you not a hugger either? You don't hug either?
Okay, so I am, but I also like I'm a hugger when I first meet a person. If I know that they're a hugger.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, because I generally I will like hold my hands open, like, are we a hugger? Or we know? And then because most of my family are not. Like they're very personal space bubble people. And so that's why I don't automatically go in for a hug, because I like generally that's okay. So my family's a little weird. And like when I say that most of them aren't huggers, hugging is almost how we torture people.
Oh my.
Because we know they aren't huggers. So therefore it's like when you're trying to like get on somebody's nerves, like you'll be like, oh, come here, you, come on. You know I want to hug. Get in here, girl. You better move it. Oh, I'm gonna put my arms around you, and I'm that's what people.
We do that because we have huggers and non-huggers in our family.
Right. So like I'm a more
Do you need a hug? I'm coming in for a hug
type of person. I go in for the hug type of thing. But a lot of times, like after that moment, then if somebody's like, Tiffany, I'm like, what's up? And a peace sign goes up. Or if they're like, oh my gosh, I did this and it was so awesome, then it's like a thumbs up and I'm like, yay for you.
I love it.
Yeah. So I like it's kind of a mixed bag, but generally a hug in my family is how we torture each other. But we do it in love. I mean, you know, it's like
your family sounds so interesting.
Like I don't like feet. I think feet are gross. Like you walk on them all day.
Oh my god, same.
Oh yes,
same.
My shoes, they get sweaty. Like it's not a good look.
I don't even like my own feet. I don't even like my own feet.
My cousins,
no, I can't.
Like if they want to sit down somewhere and I'm sitting there, they will purposely take off their shoes and their socks and put their feet up on the couch because they know I will get up. And then they're like, perfect, thanks. Oh, that was good.
That's so rude. So rude.
One of my other cousins can't handle people touching her neck. Her brother will purposely like touch her neck to get her out of like spaces that he wants her to move.
So your family just likes to torture people regularly.
Yeah, like we torture people with love and affection.
Yeah, my brother is a hug torturer. He grabs everybody and hugs them and like puts his face right next to your face, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and he just thinks it's hilarious, and it is because it's him, and we know we expect it. But
one of my cousins will dance with his booty on you. Like he's like booty drop, and then he just dances and like backs up into you. Wow. And he's got a whole song. He's like booty drop, boom 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 boom. Yeah, and he just backs up into you with his butt.
I love that he has a song.
Yeah, he has a whole song. Yeah, so my family's a little strange. I easily admit that to people because they honestly, if you're gonna meet them, you need to know what you're going in for. And it's very weird because when you meet them, either side, because both sides has their own strange weirdness. Like I'm just gonna be honest, but you don't know when you first meet them. Like they present very normal.
Is anyone really normal though?
But they do. They come off quiet. Well, my mom's side comes off a little quiet, kind of chill, maybe reserved on some occasions, business-like even, like, you know, a little shy could be. And then you hang around for like a little bit longer, and then a little bit longer, and then a little bit longer. And by the third or fourth like time you stop by, random things happen, and you're just kind of like, Did that? Huh?
They're reserved until they know you.
What happened? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We have a thing in our family where if your second time at our house, you've been here before now. This is it. Like you're
That
not
can
new.
be about right.
You're not new anymore. This is your second time at the rodeo. Just dive right in. Here we are.
I love families
I
like
think
that.
that's my father's side, closer to them. Like my mom's side presents pretty normal for you might have to come about 3 times, maybe 4, depending on how close you are. Like if you're dating someone, then they're normal maybe the first time, maybe the second. If you're at the point where you're like gonna go, like on an event or like a place with us in some ways, like even if it's just a day trip to say like the amusement park or whatever, yeah, you're in. It's whatever. Yeah. But if my father's side of the family, depending on who it is, because there are certain people on my father's side of the family, they really don't care. Like my dad's sister will ask you the most inappropriate questions, random thoughts, and especially if you come in trying to date someone, yeah, they will ask you crazy stuff. My father asked some guy who came to pick me up if he shook his hand. He's like, your hand feels a little hairy. You want me to shave that? And pulled out a switch.
Stop.
Mhm. Yeah, he pulled out a switchblade, like out of his desk, and was like, I can do that. I can take a little bit of hair off that. You want me to just cut that?
Your dad
Take a
cracks
little bit
me
off
up.
the top, right?
Your dad cracks me up all the time.
Mhm.
I love how Tiff streams start.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
Yeah. Hey guys, how y'all doing? How's everything going for you guys?
Friends.
Hope everything's good. I'm just hanging out because there's not a lot of people in the chat, so I'm trying to give y'all some moments to show up and just randomly talk. But then again, I don't know. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on in my stories, in my head, in my world.
Any of the worlds? Any of the stories?
Okay, so earlier today I had a whole
story time.
Yeah. Let's just start this. You know what? We may not even sprint. Maybe this is just a whole let's talk Arthur stuff. Okay, so earlier
we're gonna need a dinner break at some point. But
yeah, I know we are because I gotta go cook too. Okay, so earlier today, I'm having this whole conversation with someone because we're talking about goals and planning and what have you, and this is one of my business type of friends, who does a lot of business mindset, and so if people don't know, like my background, even though I have a background in journalism and like in creative writing and everything else, when I went into business as photography, kind of my mind shifted, and I had to get into like a business headspace more so than always creative headspace. As much as I love my creative avenues, and I think you do have to have creative avenues to be a photographer, to be a writer, to do a lot of artistic type of venues or ventures. At the end of the day, they're still a business. And if you just think on a creative mindset, you don't get to where you can do what you love or what your passion is on a sustainable level.
Right.
So my head sometimes goes very business oriented, but also I might be a little neurotic.
Never know.
And so this is what we're having this conversation about, because we were checking in with each other, and it's like, hey, how's your goals going? We're almost at the end of the first quarter. I know, you're gonna hit like what it was that you wanted. Like, how's this going? And we're having this conversation. I was like, here's where my head gets stupid. It's because on a personal level, I know that there are certain things that are not within your control. Like you can have as many people on your newsletter list as you want. You can put out as many stories as you want. You can do as much advertising, post to as many socials, all the different things. at some point you have to understand you can't make people buy things. You can't make people read your books.
Right.
You can't make people do this. But my business mindset says you need to set monetary goals. You need to set number goals. You need to set, like how many subscribers you want, how much you want to make, how much you want to, do, like all the different things, right?
Yep.
So one of my monetary goals, I'm probably not going to hit for the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So my head goes, even though mentally I know can't control anybody. You can only do what it is that you said that you're going to do. I know I'm on track to do roughly what I said I was going to do. I may miss one story, possibly two, depending on if I actually like sit down and make my butt right. But I have to get out of my head in order to do that. And right now, my head is firmly in business mode, which is like, I'm not going to hit this goal. So therefore, it's a spiral from the neurosis that, well, if I can't hit this goal, then that means people don't like my books. That means I'm not writing good stories. That means my characters aren't really great. That means my worlds aren't great. I need to figure out what's going on. Maybe I don't really understand Peachridge. Maybe people don't like the Jewel Agency. Maybe I shouldn't have wrote the Jewel Agency. What I should have done was continued Peachridge. Nope, I need to sit down and I need to write Peachridge. I know that I'm thinking of Orion Harbor and I know that I'm thinking of the Jewel Agency, but no, I need to put those aside. But oh no, I'm not thinking of Orion Harbor. I'm actually thinking of Peachridge. But maybe I need to go back and restructure Peachridge because that's why people aren't reading it. But are people not reading it? Yeah, technically they are reading it, but they're not reading it enough that I need for them to get to where it is that I wanted to monetize. So maybe I need to promote more. Maybe I need to work on a marketing strategy. That's what I need to do. I don't need to write. I need to sit down and I need to work on a marketing strategy. But if I sit down and work on a marketing strategy, then I'm not writing. And that's the whole purpose, because I got to keep writing in order to produce the books in order to keep people coming back. So no, I need to write. But no, which one do I need to write? Do I need to write Peachridge or do I need to write the Jewel Agency? Or maybe I don't need to write either one of those. Maybe I need to write Orion Harbor because we have more books out. So actually, that's probably where I need to focus all of my time. But I still want to do my own thing. And I seem to have some momentum with mine. So if I stop doing mine, then what do I do there? And I signed up for that one thing that I have to do. So maybe I need to work on that. And this was my whole neurosis. So therefore, in trying to figure out all of the different stuff, ask me what I've read.
That sounds like me last month.
What
I
have you
remember
written, Tiffany?
that feeling and getting nothing done.
Yeah. I mean, and then and like, here's the thing. So in my head, I'm like, I need to finish 4 stories by the end of the month. Is that a doable conversation? Yeah. I mean, realistically, what? Nano, I write the 50,000 words by my birthday, which means that I write the 50,000 words in 14 days. There's more than 14 days going in the month. So technically, sure, I could write all 4 stories in the rest of the month, especially when you consider I have like 3,000 words of one story. I have like 4,000 words of another story written. I have like 6,000 words of another story written. I have like another 6,000 words of another story written. I have 2 different scenes that are dictated that I still have yet to go through.
Yeah, that dictation.
So could I do it? Sure. Could I finish off the rest of my goals strong? Probably all but one. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, I'm not writing as much as I need because I need to be writing at least $2,000, $3,000 words.
I mean, if I could get $2,000-$3,000 a day, that would be great too.
Right? But yeah, so in my head, that's where I'm at. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to block that out to focus in on what it is I need to focus in on. And so, yeah, I have weird neurosis going on. And in the midst of that, do you know what I want to do? I want to make pretzels. Ooh. And I want to make cupcakes. And I want to make bagels.
Make all the things.
I want to make pizza.
What if you make all the things and then use dictation and work your way through these stories that you're blocked on? at the moment while you're baking the things. 2 things done at one time. See?
And I can maybe do that. It's very possible. But I also want to play all the video games, and I want to watch all the new TV shows, and I want to watch all the new movies. And I don't know why I'm in this whole zone that I want to binge watch all of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Don't ask. But I do.
I was muted, but oh my gosh, I was just literally thinking the exact same thing. I need to binge watch all Star Trek. I've seen them all. I need to literally. Someone was talking about it earlier. Holy smokes! Okay.
And I don't know. And here's the thing. I don't know why I feel like I need to binge watch all of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Not that I haven't seen the majority of it. I think there's like a few episodes I either don't remember or I haven't seen. And I've seen all the movies, but somehow in my head, I'm like, I need to binge watch all of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I need to rewatch all the movies. Why? Because now I feel like I need to binge watch Picard, which I have not seen any of. But I'm pretty sure I know enough of the history of Star Trek: The Next Generation to watch Picard without binge watching any of the other things.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want to read books. Like I want to read, like literally, Hope Ford has 160 something books. Maybe not quite that many, but a crap ton of them. And
Okay,
somehow in my head, I feel like I need to read all of them in like the next 30 days.
Can I say what it sounds like? Which may or may not be. No, I was gonna say it sounds like you might be a little burnt out.
But that's not. Like,
and I know you don't. I know you don't have time to be burnt out because you got stuff to write.
No, but here's the thing. No, it's not burnt out because I've been burnt out. I know what burnt out is. It's not burnt out. It's more because here's the thing. Okay, earlier today I was like, Tiffany, come on. You know what scene you want to write? Just sit down and write it. In an hour, I wrote 1,500 words. Like if I was burnt out, I couldn't do that.
Right.
But then because I've been burnt out and I've sat down to write and literally wrote like maybe 100 words.
Maybe you need a little break, a little breaky break.
But then here's what happened. I wrote the 1,500 words and then I was like, I need a nap. And so then instead of going on to the next scene, which again, I know the next scene in my head, I went, well, I'm going to do PJs and Scribbles later tonight. So I'll watch a YouTube video and take a nap. And that's what I've been doing. It's not so much that I can't write. It's that, or I find myself, because then I can't sleep at night because I took the nap. So then I wake up later in the day and then I make breakfast and then I sit down and I eat and I have my tea. And then I'm like, well, the whole day is gone. Okay, I guess I'll just read. And so then I binge read. Or I'm like, oh, the whole day is gone. I'll just play this video game on my computer. Because the whole day is gone. I wanted to write. Not to, okay, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Maybe noon. But somehow in my head, I have this idea that if I'm not up and I'm not working and I'm not productive by like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, then my whole day is gone. Even though I'm not falling asleep until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, technically, I still have a whole day. But in my head, that's where I'm at.
Oh, you just need a breakthrough.
So yeah, and then I find myself getting frustrated. Like today, my father had me come down and listen while he talked to the cable people because you know how much I love our cable internet people. Like at one point, the poor woman on the phone, I feel kind of bad for yelling at her, but also at the same time, I like literally looked at my father as she heard me going, why? Why would you call me down here? I told you last time, don't let me talk to these people. I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. Why would you bring me down here? And she was like, well, ma'am Russell, because she had me correct. She kept calling my father sir, and she kept calling me ma'am. And I was like, this has got to be a whole cultural thing, because also you make me feel like I'm 1,000 years old. Thank you for that. And she was like, "Ma'am Russell, I'm so sorry." And at one point I was just like, you know what, stop apologizing, because y'all keep apologizing and it's done nothing. And I really wanted to be like, I feel like it's like our government. Every time they apologize and say their hearts and minds go out to somebody. And I'm like, no, you don't.
You don't mean that at all.
But I held that part in. But yeah. But then I find myself sitting there like frustrated because I'm like, well, this is a half an hour that I could have been writing. I wasn't going to write. I was going to sit on my laptop and like play a game or like read a book.
It's refilling the creative well, which needs to be done.
Look, the creative well is refilled. What I need to do is get out of my own.
You may have a bigger well than a lot of people. Maybe your well needs a lot of refilling.
Dude, even at that, like with how much okay. In January and February, I just sat down and figured this out. Between the 2 months, I read 26 books.
Oh, no, you've read what?
I've read 26 books in the last 2 months.
Damn.
I have binge watched Leverage. I have binge watched Psych. I did actually start binge watching Star Trek The Next Generation. So I've watched I don't know how many hours of that. I've watched a ridiculous amount of videos on YouTube. I've watched 50-something% of Instagram University. And in the midst of that, I actually have written a full short story. Well, I've written 2 full short stories, a 500-word second epilogue, another 3,000-word second epilogue, and the amount of words that I mentioned that I have in each specific story. So the well is full. The creativity is there. It's just me sitting my tushy down.
Okay, so yeah, it is
and figuring something out.
You are
and getting out of my flipping head.
You know, sometimes our thoughts can be our own worst enemies. Like, yeah, I get that.
So no, I'm oh, and by the way, I also remade a whole other Notion series Bible brand template. And then added all of my stuff into that. It's really pretty.
Ma'am.
So
can Nia and I get an extra template? I'm just saying.
hold on, I'll show you. Because it's so pretty.
Sharing is caring.
Yes, thank you.
Now, in all fairness, as I took
you know my email address.
I can't give this one away because I didn't make it up completely. I did it off of somebody else's template. Because I shared it with someone else who was like, oh, how do you do that so fast? And I was like, please, I stole this off of somebody else's and just reworked it for me. Because I was like, I didn't do that. Like, no. So I did tell them, I was like, so this one I couldn't, like, I don't think I can share because of it. And I mean, it has like the other person's branding at the bottom because I didn't want to take it off.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So this is like the front page. See, like this is the other people's branding down here.
Okay. Oh, this is a brand Bible, not a series Bible. So this is something totally different. Ooh.
I did this for like my missions and my goals for the year. I did this for like my brand of what it is. And I broke down all of my different like points for my brand. I did my logo and like my clip art and my artwork. I did my colors are over here. My typography is here. I haven't done my imagery yet. And I started doing like the words and tone that I will use for my things. And then I also have like my standard operating procedures of how I do different stuff.
Is this person selling this template? Because this, like, this would be, ooh.
Nope, it was free. It's a free template. I just reworked it for what it was that I needed.
Okay.
And then I did a tweak of that so that was for like my business, but then I also tweaked it a little bit to add it to my story Bible that I already have going on, because I felt like I wasn't like fully present in my town, if you will. Like in Peachridge, I felt like there was some stuff that I was kind of missing a little bit of the culture of. So I tweaked it a little bit. So it's still got kind of that first page, and I've got like my goals and plans for the series, which I can't show, obviously. And then like my colors and things that I'll use when I'm branding, like the different logos that I use for Peachridge. A lot of this I can't show because of the things in the series, like some series guidelines, ideas for series marketing. And then here is where I switched it and I did like town setting, like where's the town set, how the town got started, who are the founding members, key town phrases, key town locations and businesses, how has the town evolved since the beginning, and then I'm going in and putting in like the culture, like what's the culture of the town, what are the town values, as well as like the different major town events and things like that. And so I'm adding things as it goes.
Nice.
So yeah, so I tweaked it a little bit for the town, but so yeah. So no, I've done all that.
But all of that's important too, though.
It's just, you know.
I mean, yes, it's procrastination, but it is stuff that's important and will help you down the road. So it's not
as one of my photography
important
mentors used to say, it doesn't put bums in seats.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no, because again, if it helps you get more organized and get it, together so that later down the road, you're not having to think of these things, then it does help on the back end, Like,
well, yeah, everything helps on the back end, but really I think here's my thing. I don't think that I would mind that I'm doing it if I felt like I was also getting the words out. But right now, It feels like I'm just doing that because I'm trying to make myself feel like I'm being productive when I really could be writing. But my mind is telling me, and I think part of the problem too is that I'm so used to kind of binge writing where I have like these huge 4K, 5K, 6K days that it's like, I feel like if I don't sense I have that much time to do that, then that's where I'm like, my day is over. And so therefore I'm doing this stuff so that I feel as though I'm being productive, as opposed to being like, yeah, but even if you wrote like 400 words, you're writing, and that's still productive. And I know me, because I wouldn't write 400 words. I would sit down to write 400 words, and then somehow I would like float into something else, and then float it into something else, and then float it into something else. And I probably would still get 2,000-3,000 words, even without paying attention. And I'm not saying that in a bragging sort of way or in a like, oh my gosh, I'm so creative, or, like I'm like that type of writer. I'm just saying because I know how my head works, and my head works in such a weird way that because I'm so much of a pantser, a lot of times just getting in the flow of something. And I'm the same way with photography. And that's how I trick myself into like, I hate editing photography pictures. Y'all think we hate editing like our stories, honey. I love doing a photo session. I love meeting all the different people. I love taking the pictures and feeling all creative. I even like looking at them when I download them. I even like putting them in like videos with like music and stuff like that. But when I have to sit down and go through and figure out like, Is this the correct smile? Is this lighting correctly? Is like this picture's too dark? This picture's too light. Maybe this picture could use a little bit of tweaking. Maybe this picture could use that. Is the exposure right? Is it, honey? I will procrastinate that for days. Realistically, I could get a wedding back to somebody in a week and a half if I stop procrastinating, like editing the pictures. And that's including doing a layout for a wedding album. But it's the idea of sitting down and going through like 300, 400, 500 pictures and like checking and making sure the coloring is right and the eyes are right and the lighting is correct and the white balance is set. I have to trick myself. And so this is what I do. I'll be like, okay, I can watch a half an hour TV show because then it's like I got enough done. So however many I can get done in a half an hour, that's how many I can get done for the day. And then I'll get into it and I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, well, I only got 50 done. I think I could do 100. Yeah, let's do 100. Because then I feel like I've really got it. Okay, I'll watch another TV show. And so then I'll do 100. And then I'm like, I'm not hungry yet. I'll eat. I'll keep going until I'm hungry. That should be another half an hour. And like before I know it, I've done like 200 pictures.
Wow.
Because I have to trick myself in order to make myself do it. And so maybe I need to get into that headspace of like, well, let's just write 400. Like, let's just write for like one sprint.
That's a little like what Esther does with her shows that she watches.
Yeah.
She'll, reward herself with a show if she does X amount of work and gets that done.
But see, where Esther and I differ is that she will reward herself and she'll be like, okay, I get a half an hour to watch my K-pop drama. And I'll be like, oh, good, I worked a half an hour. I can binge watch Star Trek The Next Generation. It's only 7 seasons.
So you just have to flip it around in your mind and reverse that.
One episode, which is impossible.
Exactly. So yeah. So then that's
it's not. No, it's not impossible.
What?
Oh, it's not impossible. I can do it.
It's not impossible.
Yeah.
I think what I need, like, okay, so at the beginning of the year, I did, and I actually was doing a lot more, and it was more administrative, but it could be switched into writing. And what I did was, I did treat it more like a business, where it was like, I could watch so many, like I could watch while I ate breakfast, and I purposely didn't come into my room and watch like my TV while I ate breakfast. I sat out on the couch and I drank my tea and I ate my breakfast and I did all that until, like I got done. And then once I got done, I turned everything off and I came into my room and I lit a candle. I turned on music and then I worked until lunch. And so I think I need to maybe kind of implement something like that. And I had specific time frames of when I could watch like videos and when I could watch TV.
I mean,
and so maybe I need to go back to something like that a little bit more than just being like, oh, I can write for a while and then watch something and then write for a while and then watch something. Or, and in all fairness, I think I really got to stop watching all the sprints during the day, like the Twitch and the everybody, because I think that's like my gateway into, I can watch YouTube videos while I work. So, yeah. I don't know.
That sounds like a good plan, actually.
But I am hungry. So I am going to pull up a timer. We are going to
We should say hi to the people really quick.
Oh yeah. Chat. I'm sorry. Hi, friends.
Hi, chat. Hello, friends.
Nia is there to keep us on task, Tiffany.
Well, no, I knew. Well, I have been kind of like, what was I doing?
You needed to get that out.
I've been scrolling through the chat, and so I was like, I didn't feel like there was a like huge number that I needed to put up. So I was because most of them were just everybody saying hi to each other. So I was like, maybe I'll let it roll.
Alice said she didn't scroll. She didn't write a lot because she was scrolling on YouTube Shorts. Also, Alice, you are sick, so
It's a real
cut,
statement.
cut yourself some slack.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we got
Ma'am.
Hazelnut who said hello, Jennifer who said hello, Nia said hello, but she's down below me, and she said we're coming, and now we're here. So there you go. Jennifer said that intro is awesome because we do like that. Miranda said hi.
Speak,
Joanne said
Tiff.
hi to everyone and asked what their work. Hazelnut told Joanne, "I'm going to get my hair dyed blue tonight." Whoa, okay.
That's
Alice
interesting.
in and said hello. Hazelnut also, I'm spending the day with my sister, which is awesome. And speaking of my sister, I changed my Ko-fi goal to help my sister get through cosmetology school. So if any of you ladies want to go help out Hazelnut and her sister, by all means go do so. Tammy came in, said hi. Nia also said hello to all the friends. Joanne said cool, that is so sweet. And hello to Tammy and asked how she was. Miranda also said, I can relate to that. I want to write, but when I get then I get distracted with TV and house stuff or just nap. It's true. It's really true. The Sacred Scribe said, hello, friends. Alice also said, yeah, I didn't write a lot because I was scrolling on YouTube Shorts, actually I would be great if I was scrolling on YouTube Shorts, because YouTube Shorts take all of 5 seconds. No, I'm scrolling full on YouTube, like 30-40 minute like reaction videos. So maybe that's why I want to watch Star Trek The Next Generation, because I'm watching all these reactors watch Star Trek The Next Generation. Maybe that's part of my problem. Yep, there we go. Then we got Alice who said LMAO, true, and Sacred Scribe who said I miss speed reading too. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiff, I saw a reaction
I
video.
didn't feel like that was speed reading.
I saw a reaction video last week. I don't normally watch reaction videos, but because I had went down the Hamilton soundtrack rabbit hole, because YouTube served up the Hamilton soundtrack to me, and I'm like, oh, yay! So I started listening to the Hamilton soundtrack. I'm like, no, I must stop. And then I saw a reaction video to this guy who's a rapper who was reacting to listening to Hamilton for the first time, and I was like, oh, yes! And so I started watching that. It's like, oh,
you should watch. There's these 3 dudes. Sometimes there's 4. They just did a Hamilton reaction, and it was quite like it was fun. I enjoyed them, but my favorite watching of them with their reactions is actually Harry Potter, and it's more hilarious because here's the thing. There's like 2 of the guys were all in, like from like I want to say like the first movie. There was one guy who was like, the first movie's a little kiddie. The second movie, it was like, okay, I like the themes. I like the emotion of it, like the lessons that is teaching. Third movie, he was like, okay, it's getting a little. Fourth movie, he's like, what is happening? Fifth movie, like, this is amazing. Like, these themes are so great. Like, these lessons that they're teaching kids. Sixth movie, he was like, oh, how dare he? And by the last ones, he has become the biggest Potter fan in the history of the world.
Oh,
wow!
And it was hilarious to watch the whole transition of he's like a pro, like used to be like a wrestler, like huge looking swole up brother who is just it was hilarious to watch the whole like
I will say each Harry Potter movie does give you a different feel.
It was hilarious. I loved it.
You'll have to share the link with me.
It wasn't as fast as normal. Okay. I don't know.
It wasn't, but it was still faster than I ever talked. So
faster than me.
I don't know. But then again, I never know how fast I'm talking, so it just happens.
What you fixing for dinner, Jeff?
We're gonna do a 45-minute sprint because I need to go cook.
What you fixing?
Or
you don't know yet?
No, I know. I took out pork chops to make yesterday, and then they didn't thaw on time. So provided that they're thawed, they've been in the refrigerator all day, so in theory they should be. I'm gonna make pork chops. Why I laughed is because I don't know if I'm gonna make fried pork chops or if I'm gonna put them in the oven.
That was my next question.
Yeah. Well, fried would be quicker, but I always prefer baked. But
Yeah, I'm not positive.
I also haven't had your fried pork chops. Barrett swears by them. So
But also, here's the thing: I don't want to use that much grease to fry the pork chops, like I did when I did bake the fried pork chops for Barrett. So these made me like naked fried pork chops as opposed to like breaded
okay.
fried pork chops.
Got you.
So yeah,
I'm fixing salmon.
it's it's pork chops dinner naked edition.
We have steak.
Naked.
Good.
Where is Morgan? Morgan needs to be here. She would have gotten that. If nobody's ever watched Good Mythical Morning,
Oh, I haven't. I haven't.
okay, so they always do this thing where they would be
Rachel's
like,
here.
yeah, I think Rachel gets it. But yeah, because they do this thing where they're like, it's like taste testing food or something. They're like, it's food something something naked edition naked.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, Rachel did get it because she's like, Good Mythical Morning. That's a blast from the past.
Oh, I just realized I forgot to buy the rosemary. Crap. Okay.
So yeah, so I think I might make the pork chops, but I haven't fully decided yet because I think I might fry them. I may shallow fry them as opposed to like,
Mm-hmm.
like trying to fry the whole pork chop in one sitting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it's a debate on
Rachel said, "Why not pan fry?"
Yeah, kind of pan fried it.
Yeah.
It's a debate what's going with it because okay, I had a taste for smashed potatoes earlier, so I made some, but they're left over. And then the other day I had a taste for baked sweet potatoes. So I have one baked sweet potato left over, which is why I wanted the pork chops because I want the pork chops with my baked sweet potato. But my father won't eat a baked sweet potato. And he has this thing about having to take the skin off of the potato if it's like a baked potato or if it's like a smashed potato. So he probably won't eat the rest of the smashed potatoes. So I may have to actually make like a mashed potato for my father.
Wow.
Okay.
I know. Our families, like I said, I started this off with my family's weird. So we're right back. There
Families
we
are
go.
special. Families are special.
Where she's finish slice the potato and fry it in the leftover oil. Oh, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because I almost thought about making my own homemade potato chips. So
Ooh.
that's almost what that feels like.
I miss fried potatoes. You just made me miss fried potatoes, Rachel.
Potatoes. Oh my gosh, and I have potatoes now. I think I'm doing that tomorrow.
But see, I also thought about just roasting the potatoes because while I cook the pork chops, I could just throw the potatoes in the air fryer and let them roast.
Yeah, I'm about to air fry some salmon.
So yes, my brain extra lumpy today. So that's 45.
Oh
Yes.
no.
And I don't think that she's here because it is her birthday and she should be out doing
Deidre.
birthday things. But if Deidre happens to look at the replay or something, happy birthday, girlie!
Happy birthday.
So I wanted to make sure that we pop that out there, but Rachel saying the lumpy today with the brain made me remember that mine also can be a little lumpy. So yeah, so if you guys want to drop a little happy birthday love in the chat, we will put that up so that if she does come through or if she does watch the rewatch, then she knows that we were thinking of her and wishing her happy birthdays. All right, so we're gonna get started, guys, in a 3, a 2, a 1. Go do that dang thing. Or just go eat or write or whatever. Watch a movie. I don't know. We've already discussed. My brain's weird.
Dinner. Definitely dinner.
He won't eat mushrooms, but he would do the onion. Oh, I could make some. What if I made onion rings that went with it? I do have some onions.
Yes. Oh my God, onion rings. Yes.
I do have some onions.
Okay, I'm coming to your house soon.
I could do like onion strips. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Rachel. Bye.
Rachel always saving the day. I was off on the gentle rain sounds
I know that was cool.
and the follow up 45 minute.
Actually, I think we are getting ready to go into another sprint because I'm still cooking.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Because so am I, and I haven't eaten yet. Yeah.
Oh, good. Perfect timing then.
So I think I'm only going to do like a 30 though.
Okay.
All right.
My, my dinner's just about ready. Like it's got like 4 minutes left on the thing, and then I can eat. So there's
Oh
30
yeah,
minutes.
so
Is great.
Hold on, I'm resetting the timer.
And then you know what is about to come on here.
Oh yes. The
State of the Union. State of the
Yeah.
Union.
All right, so we are gonna do another 30 minutes, and in 3, 2, 1, sprint. Or do the dang thing, as they say, as I said, whatever.
Yes, that is forever your phrase.
Oh, that wasn't what I meant to. Okay. Hi.
You good?
Going through a moment like this, with hair under, we've been talking tonight all about.
Also, real quick, hi.
In some ways, you saw him get into that car, and he is projecting.
It's really loud, JC.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Pushing this
You don't
moment.
get copyright.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I turned it down. Are we doing another one too?
I think you turned it down.
I
Yeah.
did. You can't hear it now, can you?
No, I'm joking. I
Just
Oh.
I'm making a funny.
Did you see my comment in the private chat?
I eat dinner and I make it funny.
I was like, girl, why is he there? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Oh, are we switching? I'm sorry. You press start.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because I'm like, you ain't even in Congress no more, dude. Really? Okay.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to show up. Okay, hold on.
Oh, wait, are we
went to the
I
comments
don't know
really
what
fast.
we're doing.
Oh, I thought we were doing it. I thought we was going into another one.
I was like, are we just rolling right through these? Okay.
Nope.
Good for me.
Let's see. Okay, so back when I was like, thanks, Rachel, and I was like, bye. Rachel's like, bye. Is that all I am to you? A quick recipe provider? Have your way with me and then bye. And I was like, no, Rachel. You also provide great comic relief.
He does.
To which JC laughed, and then Rachel said true, and then Joanne said tackle hugs Rachel, and Rachel is tackled, and what are you working on? And then Rachel said, well, I had to research if leopards would steal prey from other predators and whether or not a tiger will actively hunt a leopard out of vengeance, to which I think the answer, I was right because I just scrolled down, was yes. And then Rachel also said, also, I'm getting used and abused by Tiff, who only wants me for my internet cooking. And for my superior dad jokes, that is, which is not true. I also want you for your great writing puns because you do wonderful puns.
She's
as
so
well.
funny.
So then Joanne came at me. Ooh, that's cool. I'm researching how to write intimate scenes, wrote a first kiss scene between my characters and wanted to make sure it's written correctly. Not in that one, but then she came a little bit later because she was like, thought it makes me happy that one of my beta readers was squealing when she got to that part. And then she also said, plus others wanted to be beta readers for the book too. So I'll see how their reactions turn out this May. And then Rachel said, alpha and beta readers squealing over a scene is one of the best things. And then Joanne came and she was like, also, Tiff, how dare you use Rachel for her internet cooking skills? Shame. Which I didn't see because I was cooking what Rachel gave me the idea for. So I can't really respond at that moment, but I'm going to respond now. And I'm going to say, I will use anybody for their cooking skills because cooking is good. That's all I'm going to say. And then Hazelnut said, I just scrolled up to Rachel's comment about the pork chops, LOL, which they were amazing. Y'all should have been here. You should have got in because it was like, oh. And then Nia was like, right, LOL. And then Anna came in and she was like, hi, here for a tiny bit before I have to run to my first class. And then Joanne tackle hugged Anna. Good to see you. We're some violent folks up in here. And then Nia also said hi to Anna, and then Anna said hello. And then Anna was like, oh, such jolly jabs. And then Eva came in and said, hi, friends. And hanging out for a few minutes before I crash. Hope y'all are having a great writing day, which I don't really know, but we got all kinds of shame and shade and drama in the chat. And that's all we did.
So much happened.
I know. But I did eat my pork chop and my little fried onions, which was a great suggestion, Rachel, if you're still here. So thank you for that. And I scrolled through and watched some YouTube videos while I ate. What did you guys do? And then we'll jump into another sprint. Y'all can't see me, but
Sorry.
I got some.
I had finished cooking my dinner and then ate said dinner, and now I'm watching the. You know what?
Okay.
So I at the first one I had a little bit of leftovers. I air fried steak over onions and green beans, very delicious. And then
That sounds good.
it is really good. And you just put down your green beans and your onions, and you season your steak. You throw your steak on top of it. I throw my steak on top of it in strips, and you just air fry it for like 12 minutes max. It could take, depending on if you want it well done or medium, or could be as little as 7 minutes. Ask my husband because he likes his very more medium rare, and very good, so good. The vegetables cook in the steak. It's delicious. Okay. And then I listened to an audiobook while I did that, and then the last sprint I started writing. I read over where I left off and got into writing. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Now see, in regards to what we talked about at the beginning of the stream, I'm at a crossroads right now. Because I just ate, I'm full, I'm relaxed.
See you at the crossroads. I'm sorry.
A big
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Is like, you should go back to writing, Tiff. But then there's this other part of me that's like, but you know that game is recharged. And look, one of your favorite reactors just posted a video where they was looking at something else. And you only got 30 minutes. How much you gonna write in 30 minutes? Maybe right after the stream. Even though I know I'm not gonna write after the stream. Maybe I'll write after the stream. But yeah, see, this is where my head is. This is how I'm crazy. Y'all, I'm crazy. But Eva did pour one out. So, thanks for that. And Hazelnut, I am currently at a gymnastics center with my sister, her mother-in-law, and her kids, which sounds very fun if I tumbled.
Oh, Eva, I typed the end on my weight of her revisions, so I'm that much closer to releasing it. Okay, I just thought Eva would like to know since she did read it from me.
Tumbleweed. Okay, so she also said grazie, JC, and
Thank you.
Anna is off. Bye.
Bye,
Anna. And congrats for that, JC. Why do I want one of those little onion things? I don't have any more, but I kind of want some more. I'm not gonna make any more. I don't feel like frying anything else tonight. Okay.
I know. I'm so glad I made extra.
3, 2, 1. Everybody, do the damn thing. Just over clicking buttons. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Could have really used that extra 15 minutes.
A little bit of here, a little bit of there.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi, Laura.
I had been sleeping and it was glorious.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It was.
That is nice.
How did everybody else do? I did nothing. So.
Oh, JC. I have a helicopter. Hopefully, it's not too loud. I got some more writing done. Unfortunately, I'm not writing in any of the stories I'm supposed to be writing, but we're just gonna call it productivity and smile and wave.
I like it.
Yeah, when you're in that situation where, as you're writing the short stories, you get ideas or thoughts for another story, one of the other stories that are down the line. So you want to go fill in that information because the connections are being made.
Mm-hmm.
So that caused me to go into a future story and just jot down some a couple of scenes that came to me and then some bullet point things that I need to remember.
See, that's where I use the dictation.
See,
Yeah.
I could really use dictation right now because my thumb is not feeling great.
Aww. Pretty sure I know what JC did, which is probably what she's still doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Nia, did you check the private chat and see what I said to you?
I'm going to the private chat now. Oh boy.
Politics.
Yes.
Politics.
I'm sorry. Y'all know it's me. Y'all know me. You love me. Yeah.
Let's see. There was a few extra comments. Alice also did nothing. And then laughed about it. And Joanne revised up to chapter 29 of Project Sugar and Spice. I don't know why I almost said PJs and Scribbles. Like in my head, I just saw the initials and I was like, sure. Gonna go wash dishes and go to bed early. Night, you guys. Thanks for the sprints. Absolutely. Rachel is back.
And bye.
Yeah. We'll always find you.
Oh, the things we have going on tonight, y'all. I mean, we've been on here for a while, but we haven't been on here as long as we sometimes are on here. But y'all, I'm tired. My head's in a whole nother space. So I think we're gonna, and Laura just got here. I feel like I should do another sprint. But I'm not gonna. So we didn't really do intros because we got chatty. So I will give everybody a chance to do an outro, to tell everybody where you'll be, what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, just tell them how fabulous you are. That's all.
I'm fabulous. I stream Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have videos. I post on Mondays. And I write stuff. Go buy my books. And I have a Kofi. Nia.
I'm the Vixen of Fiction all over the internet. I stream on Tuesday nights at 7:30, just like this. I will be on Twitch tomorrow at around 11:30 tomorrow morning Eastern. And this month, Scripting the Book is doing Percy Jackson. And Morgan's going to be our guest. And we have Author Tickers React on the 23rd or the 26th, whatever that Saturday before the last Saturday, not the Easter weekend. 23rd, yes. So come hang out with us. We got a lot of writing, publishing, bookish stuff to chat about. That's it.
Bookish.
Bookish.
I'm
A whole lot of ish.
I do write horror under a pen name, I write contemporary romance. And I am flying back to the States on Monday. So I'll probably do a pop-up this weekend. So keep an eyeball out.
Cool.
Oh. So you got everything taken care of that you need to get taken care of there?
Very good.
Cool. Awesome. I'm Tiffany. You're on my channel. I'm TLRS Lifestyle everywhere around the interwebses. So follow me around the interwebses. I have books under TLRS, as well as Des Lorre with my co-author Des Graham Ortega. I think I'm back next Saturday for Saturday Shorts. I might pop up somewhere around other places. And if you live in the U.S., don't forget to set your clocks forward, back, whatever it is we do this weekend.
Forward.
Forward, spring forward, spring forward.
So don't forget to do that. And guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening and a great weekend. Bye.